Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter World, and today I would like to share with you guys another one of my mixed sets. Now, this particular mixed set is going to be around sleep bombing with a Gunlance. So naturally, this is going to require a very specific Gunlance, and as you guys know, I've been farming Kulve Taroth quite a bit. I've been looking for that ever-elusive, wide shelling level 4 Gunlance, which seems to drop to just about everybody that I know in the whole goddamn world, except for me. Farmed Kulve Taroth to no end, and I can't get that Gunlance to drop. However, I did get him to drop the Taroth Buster Sleep, which for those of you who don't know, it's a Gunlance that has hidden sleep element, and it also has normal shelling level 4, which naturally makes it a fantastic Gunlance for Slam Burst playstyle, and it brings in the sleep element if you happen to awaken it, which naturally was something that I wanted to do because I do like waking up monsters with Wyvern's Fire. There are very few things that are as satisfying as blowing up a friggin' Wyvern's Fire on a monster's face, unless you blow up a Wyvern's Fire on a monster's face with a bunch of barrels as well. Am I right? There's very few things more satisfying than that, so naturally, I started cooking up a build. Now, it is important to mention this build has a lot of side skills that might not be the most useful thing if you are playing Gunlance, and depending on the decorations that you have, you might be able to do this a little bit better. Unfortunately, I still don't have 3 artillery charms or 3 artillery decorations or a capacity boost decorations. As far as I'm aware, those barely even exist. They're kind of like attack gems. But I still wanted to do a set. It's a little bit hodgepodge, but let me show you guys what we are working with here. So, very first thing, the weapon itself, Taroth Buster Sleep. We got 437 attack, we got 0% affinity, 450 sleep, and normal shelling level 4, as well as a level 3 decoration slot, which is friggin' fantastic. So, naturally, it is an alternative to the Royal Burst, because now Royal Burst is the only other normal level 4, was the only other normal level 4 Gunlance in the game. Now we have an alternative to that. And the difference is you can crit a little bit more and you got poison on the Royal Burst, whereas here you got hidden element sleep. Now what I did here is I put a handicraft jewel in there because you need 2 points of handicraft in order to squeeze this little Gunlance over into white sharpness territory. So we're going to be getting another handicraft from a piece of armor here, but I put a handicraft jewel, and I know handicraft jewel is also pretty friggin' rare, so I'm sorry, but like I said, this is not an easy set to make. Then we got the Dragon King eye patch with a tenderizer jewel level 2, instantly maxing out our weakness exploit. This is not a must-have type of thing. I do like critting when I'm hitting the weak spots, so that's why I use it. You don't have to use this. You can swap it for something else that you want, or maybe even if you don't have some of the gems that I have on here, just use the helmet socket there and don't use weakness exploit. That might be the most, the least important skill. Like, weakness exploit's still cool so that you can crit, but ultimately we're really focusing on dealing damage through shelling here. Then we got a Damascus Mail Beta. The only reason I'm using this particular chest piece because we're not really going after charged shelling. Therefore, the focus on the Damascus Mail is not particularly useful. The reason I'm using this chest piece is because it's got 3 level 1 slot decorations, and I needed them to get all the skills that I wanted. So in there, we're going to put 3 sleep decorations, which again, I'm aware they're not easy to get, but I do have them, so I did want it to make this set. Then we got Kulve Taroth's Rage Beta. Now, the real thing that we want out of these gloves is the Awakening, because it's got free element level 1. And then we're going to put a Sharp Jewel in there, because even though we are getting to white sharpness territory, we're not really getting a whole lot of it. So we're going to have to sharpen quite often. And a Bomber Jewel, because this is about sleep bombing. So once the monster's asleep, let's make sure that we dish out as much deeps as possible with our Mega Barrel Bombs. Then we got Kulve Taroth's Malice Beta. Now, what we want out of this is, once again, we want that free element, but it also comes with that second point of handicraft, taking us into white sharpness territory. Then I'm going to put in a Release Jewel 3, again, another jewel that I know is pretty friggin' rare. I'm sorry. But this is going to completely give us full awakening. And then we got the Dorogama Grease Beta for the capacity boost because I don't have a capacity boost jewel, and another Bomber jewel in there, maxing out Bombardier. Then we have Artillery Charm level 3 to max out Artillery so that we dish out as much damage as possible with our shelling. Naturally, if you're using this, you want to pick up Feline Bombardier. Looking at the finalized version of the build, you got Sleep Attack level 3, Free Element Ammo Up level 3, Weakness Exploit level 3, Artillery level 3, Bombardier level 3, Focus level 2, which is just a byproduct, Handicraft level 2, taking us into White Sharpness, Power Prolonger, which is a byproduct, I believe, of the gloves, not really useful for this set either, Capacity Boost, increasing the number of shells that we have, and Protective Polish. When you combine all of these things together, it makes it really easy to put monsters to sleep. The reason I'm fighting a regular Nergigante here is because I want to get his gem so that I can upgrade this particular Gunlance with health regen, making it that much more appealing for me personally. If you want to upgrade with something else, that's up to you. But this set is a lot of fun, and it is a complete change of pace to my personal usual playstyle because I don't tend to do a whole lot of sleep bombing. You can also use this on Kulve Taroth. It is going to be effective because you can sleep Kulve Taroth. Just make sure that your group is aware that you're going to put him to sleep, because if you are in a random group, don't be surprised if someone just wakes him up. But ultimately, super satisfying to get sleep with Bombardier and just wake up a monster with a Wyvern's Fire, which is why I call this particular build Explosive Dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, monster's sleeping and then he explodes and then he's dead. It's a simple concept, but it's a lot of fun, and if you guys have the materials and you have this weapon, I would advise you guys to try it out. It's a whole lot of fun, and everybody should do a little bit of sleep bombing at least once in their lives. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about no Dutch ovens either. Thank you guys very much for watching. Remember, if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoy my stuff, subscribe, hit the bell icon for the notifications, click all, do all that stuff. Leave me all your comments and feedback in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one.